What for? Growing marijuana.
And where's it located? In your sleeping bag? Okay. All right. Is that all you have?
This next traffic stop you see my partner made on two white males traveling together, they made a lot of mistakes. They had marijuana hidden next to a felony, LSD, 800 hits.
Find it, find it. Good puppy. No.
We see that he throws the marijuana while the officer's not looking. Don't carry marijuana on your person where you're in that position where you have to try to throw it. That's not the time to get rid of the marijuana. After arresting these two individuals, my partner reviewed the video and saw where he had thrown it. He went back to the highway at the exact location and recovered the evidence. Don't forget, video cameras are watching you.
You're both under arrest for possession of marijuana and for possession of LSD. Okay? Now, listen, guys. Y'all stand right here. I'm going to get your statement of rights out. I'm going to read your rights to you, okay? That LSD is going to be a felony, son, here in Texas, okay? Need your camera.
There are a lot of dynamics to this next traffic stop. 3 white males traveling westbound on Interstate 20. At first, I thought I had a small marijuana seizure. Later, we discovered a large amount of cash. There I go, leaning way in the vehicle again. Now, at this point, I've already smelled the marijuana. Now, I have all the passengers putting their hands on the seats or the dash. If an officer ever makes the passengers put their hands somewhere, he's alerted to something. Something's bothering him. I'm issuing a warning citation here. The Supreme Court has ruled that once a citation, whether it be a warning citation or an actual citation, has been issued and signed, at that moment the driver is free to leave. He can leave right then. Well, when we ask for permission to search a vehicle, it's important in court for us to be able to testify. We asked permission to search at the time the suspect was free to leave. Then there's no coercion factors involved. In other words, I'm not saying, can I search your car? And the driver's still wondering, am I under arrest or not? That can be very intimidating. So remember, once the citation is given to you, you're free to leave at that moment. You can walk away. I've already smelled marijuana, but I want permission to search at the same time. I looked for 4 or 5 legal ways to be inside your vehicle, so I had an airtight case. I have probable cause because I smelled marijuana, and in a moment you'll see me get permission to search his vehicle.
James, we're with the Drug Task Force. We're out here looking for narcotics, large amounts of money, stolen property, and weapons. We look for marijuana. Any marijuana in your car? Who's been smoking weed in that car? I smell it all over you, and I smell it inside that car. Look at it while I'm talking.
Okay, notice here I'm being very intimidating. I mention and accentuate the fact that I'm looking for narcotics, specifically marijuana. I want him to wonder, does this guy know I've got marijuana?
Because between me and the dog, we don't miss nothing, Bubba. We don't miss a marijuana seed, a rose, a quarter bag, a pound. We don't miss nothing.
That's not true. Dogs do miss narcotics. Most people think a dog is a superhuman type instrument that law enforcement uses that can never fail. Dogs fail more often than not.
You mind if I search you? Square up with me, James. Square up with me, bud. Okay. If you lies, you're going to put you in jail, bud. Here's your rolling papers. Now, where's your weed? Huh? James, I can tell you're lying. Is this your marijuana? Is this your marijuana? You don't think that's marijuana? It smells like marijuana, looks like marijuana.
You see, James continues to lie. Listen, you are under zero obligation to tell the police you are committing a crime. You have the right to remain silent. Use that right in your favor.
They both told me you've been smoking weed with them. Would you submit to a blood test? Would you have any THC in your blood?
When I could not get them to admit to smoking marijuana, like you notice this passenger is doing, I mentioned a blood test. The only time they can draw blood from you is with a search warrant, or if you're involved in a traffic accident with serious bodily injury. You would believe the number of people that would admit to smoking marijuana for fear of me drawing blood from them.
Not any weed in any of these bags back here?
Now, I know we have a criminal case, possession of marijuana, small amount, misdemeanor. I want you to notice how attitudes and my partners and I demeanor completely changes when we locate the $33,000 cash, because it's switching from a criminal case to a civil case. We want that money. We want an airtight case. We want to seize that money and not make any mistakes for our commander.
What's this? Jesus. How much is it?
They are no longer allowed to talk to each other after this point. We want to seize the money. It's really easy to seize property, a lot easier than to seize a human being.
No more talking.
To seize a human, we have to have probable cause to the extent we believe we can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. To seize money, it's a preponderance of the evidence, meaning we only have to show 51% why we think that money was gained through illegal activity. So now we're interviewing everybody. Now, where did you say you were coming from? And the questions never stop, and they just dig a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. This next traffic stop is a classic profile stop. I stopped this vehicle running a paper tag, traveling west on the interstate, occupied by 2 Mexican males. Actually, I was searching another vehicle when I saw it pass. I put down what I was doing and chased them. I pulled them over for going 68 miles per hour in a 65 mile an hour zone.
Where y'all coming from?
Okay, now right here, the driver's confusing me. He's having a hard time explaining whose car it is. His story was that he was going to El Paso, was going to drop the car off and fly back to Oklahoma. He shouldn't have said that, because that is exactly how traffickers work. They get the load vehicle to a certain location, and they either take a bus back, another vehicle, or an airplane.
The reason I stopped you, I checked your speed at 68. I'm not going to write you any tickets, okay?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Okay. I'm with the Drug Task Force. We're out here looking for narcotics, weapons, stolen property, large amounts of money. Mucho dinero.
Did you notice he's free to leave? I told him I was not going to write him a citation. That's the same as writing him a citation. At that moment, he's free to leave.
Large amounts of money would mean $10,000 or more in cash. See, people are taking large amounts of money that way to buy narcotics and carrying them back to Oklahoma City. Can I search the car?
Notice me shaking the spare tire. I lift the spare tire up and shake it. I know these guys have something. I just don't know where it is yet. We ultimately seized $95,000 out of hidden compartments in this vehicle.
They had duct tape tied where the far packages, you could just pull them out with like a rope. And the passenger side rocker panel totaled $29,995 for a grand total of $94,995. The driver and passenger stated that they don't know where this money came from, they don't want it, they don't want to have anything to do with it.
Another great profile stop. Single man.